Welcome back to Animated Times. Joe Todd with you. Today we're going to talk about the 6 worst sci-fi movies of the decade, a Rotten Tomatoes special. The last decade has been pretty hectic for the entertainment industry, with films setting new records day by day. The bar of performance has been going up since the beginning of 2010. There have been some legit films which have made their name amongst the ones on the Hollywood Hall of Fame. The action and superhero genre has been completely dominated by Marvel and DC Universe that are rolling in revenues. There have been some great thrillers, and Hollywood has explored its nuances parameter. People now choose movies not only as a pastime, but as an option of a healthy criticism. The audience has evolved through the decades, and now the audience looks forward to movies which have great script, great cast, and a complete cinematic experience. But on the contrary, there are movies which have made it to the wall of shame. No offense, but in this video we'll be discussing 6 such movies which had the audience and the critics question their own existence. Here are the 6 worst sci-fi movies which have been rated by Rotten Tomatoes. So put on your seatbelts and hold your seats tight, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Number 1, The Last Airbender, 2010. M. Night Shyamalan has made his name of being a numero uno director when it comes to making sci-fi movies, which turns out to be a total disaster. Adapting one of Nickelodeon's favorite characters, The Last Airbender portrayed the journey of humanity's last hope, Aang, a 12-year-old airbender, in a world which is dominated by 4 elements. The film was full of loopholes, and the scenes depicting action sequences were poorly executed. The cast was almost entirely white, hence creating a racial outrage amongst the fans as well. Despite this, the film and its protagonist's strong animated background helped the film gross $319 million worldwide. Way to go, Nickelodeon! Season of the Witch, 2011. RT rating, 11%. The movie starring Nicolas Cage tells us a tale of a crusading knight who is at war with an ancient witch, who is hell-bent on destroying humanity. Nicolas Cage has had a reputation of being one of the most comfortable people on screen, but not even his charming persona could save the film, which relied on woman as evil creature trope and had a painfully slow pace. Number 3, After Earth, 2013. Another one from M. Night Shyamalan's collection, the movie's strong cast could not save it from going down south, or should we say, into space. The movie is based on the life of a general and his son, placed in a post-apocalyptic era who fights aliens. Weak storyline, awful special effects, and creators from Monster Inc. In the name of aliens become the primary reason for the movie being nothing less than the apocalypse itself. The movie starred Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith in lead roles. Number 3, I, Frankenstein, 2014. Mary Shelley would have had a heart attack if she would have lived to see Aaron Eckhart's adaptation of her most fabled character. Set in 1795, the story follows the journey of Adam, the real name of Frankenstein, through centuries of fighting with demons. The film had a script written probably catering to 3-year-olds and had nothing going for it. Number 4, The Anomaly, 2015. The film, which scored a perfect 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, The Anomaly needs no introduction. Rather, it does not even require criticism, as there is no scope of improvement. Not even the easy-on-the-eye Ian Somerhalder was able to save The Anomaly from the disaster it was. The movie follows an ex-soldier from the future whose consciousness has been co-opted by a secret organization that wants him dead. The movie is nothing more than a 2-hour predictable snooze fest. Number 5, Max Steel, 2016. Probably the only superhero movie that went more south than Justice League or Green Lantern ever went. Max Steel told the story of a boy named Max and his alien buddy Steel. They combined their powers to form the not-so-famous superhero. The movie lacked any personality and vibrancy and relies on the recycled plot points and old tropes. Considering the fact that the movie is inspired by a toy, there is nothing fun about this one. Number 6, Flatliners. 2017, a remake of the 1990 film about students in med school who conduct their near-death experiments. The 27 remake doesn't have any reason to exist, as it does absolutely nothing to improve upon its source material. This movie was just another attempt of the production studio tapping into a remake nostalgia just for the sake of a cash grab. With that being said, that wraps up the list of 6 worst sci-fi movies. What do you think about these movies? Put your views down in the comments below, subscribe, and leave a like to show your support for the channel. Adios.